Let's be somebody different because I always end up playing as Leonardo. Are there any, or is there any significant difference between the characters other than the mask colors? I'm specifically to. Wait, dude, by the way, those muscles. Shoutouts to those muscles. Ability wise, is there any difference at all in this game? Because I know the NES original game, there are differences, especially in terms of range. So I don't know if the infinite life cheat is actually activated, so we will find out once we die. Again, if it doesn't work, doesn't work. Just gonna get as far as I can. I've done this game multiple times on camera, so it's not gonna be much of an issue if I don't provide a full playthrough to this, I guess. It should. Yeah, there is. I'm gonna press jump and attack at the same time. And it feels like this game is slightly louder than it should be. According to my OBS. Maybe I should moderate a little bit more. Ah, you're talking about the differences between the characters? Yeah, I guess. But in terms of range, which is probably what would matter the most. But generally in these beat 'em ups, there is one of them that is super slow, yet super powerful, but has shitty defense. Another one that is average, that has very balanced defense and attack abilities. Another one that is probably super fast, but not powerful at all. Things like that. That type of differences I'm talking about. Which again are super common in beat 'em ups. Yeah, I mean, you sacrifice the range for better attacking. It would make sense. I honestly don't think it is a thing. But the main reason I'm playing as Donatello is not the potential more range, but because I always play as Leonardo in either this, Super Nintendo, or the arcade Turtles in Time. So I'm just trying to play as somebody different for the sake of playing as someone different, that's it. Kind of tired of playing always as the same guy all the time. I really like this version. It is definitely based on Turtles in Time, but it doesn't plan on being Turtles in Time. Besides, it has a couple of exclusive levels to this. So I don't like when people bash on this version just because they call it Turtles in Time wannabe. Yeah, it recycles the elements out of Turtles in Time. It has the same engine, the same music, and some of the same locations. But it still feels like a game with certain differences, which we should appreciate nonetheless. I mean, I like it for what it is, not for what it tries to be. I mean, this stupid free bashing bullshit Nintendo is better than Sega. Urgh! Without a proper argument, I love Sega as it is. Exactly. You know, I knew that was gonna happen. Same thing with people when say, hey, this is a ripoff of this other game. Yeah, but ripoffs, I mean, the whole video game industry has been about copying ideas from other games. Not necessarily about originality. I mean, gaming's been pretty much the same for the last 10 years. Same genre, same gameplay. The plots and the context change, but the gameplay is exactly the same. We're dealing with the same genres of games all the time. So everything is a ripoff of everything in the end. That's not a bad thing, as some people, I wouldn't generalize. Also, I'm walking on the water! I'm the Jesus! I haven't even reached the first boss yet. This is a ripoff of Mario. Yeah, every platformer out there, it's technically a ripoff of Pac-Land, which is the first, to my knowledge at least, the first 2D platformer, side-scroller platformer as we know them. So everything is a ripoff of Pac-Land. Because it's a platformer that has side-scrolling. Genius. Trust me, there are a lot of people who still care about those things. Pizza monsters! I got hit? Really? I haven't died yet, I think. So I still don't know if I have the infinite life cheat activated or not. Leatherhead's the first boss? Alright. You are too immature to hang with me. I mean, if you're referring to me, Chilean Retro Gamer, yes, I am too immature. You got a point. A very valid point, sir. Alright, time to die. I guess we're gonna find out now if we're actually gonna win for sure or not. There it is, infinite lives, nice. I got the cheat activated from last year's playthrough for Capcom vs Konami. I mean, that's the argument for criticizing a game that doesn't have an original gameplay style. I mean, every Tekken game is a ripoff of Virtua Fighter 1. And we can keep going forever, right? Because as I said before, every game is a ripoff of every game. So yeah, they basically use the sewer surfing area, but in the ocean, which I fucking love. Again, this is like Turtles in Time, but in different locations. And some of these traps are different too. So the playability is the same, but I don't know. I love it how they adapted it. Shoutouts to Flying Mousers. Bomberman, yeah. Concept is very unique. But trust me, there are enough Bomberman games. There are 2 on the NES, 5 on the Super Nintendo, Super Famicom, like 4 or 5 on Game Boy Color. There are 3 on TurboGrafx 16. There are 3 on the arcade. No, 2 on the arcade, 1 on Neo Geo, 1 on Saturn. I'm talking about the classic ones, that is. So we got enough Bomberman everywhere. I believe the original Bomberman got released on the MSX a year or 2 before it got released on NES. Which is graphically somehow different from what we know, but... And on the MSX itself, they released a sequel called Bomberman Special. And that Bomberman Special got a port on the NES known as Bomberman. Oh, you mean Mouser? Yeah. Just notice, I actually like this idea of the background moving. Okay, the one thing I miss out of this version is the voice acting. Oh, I feel seasick! Or for example, what just happened, me getting hit by the plank. Oh, my nose! Those were funny lines. He was just being sarcastic, Friday the Witch. Don't worry about it. I understand the joke. I mean, it wouldn't be too far-fetched to just use a bomb as a synonym of a rip-off of a whole series, right? Nunchakus! I mean, I am the lord of far-fetched jokes, but it's something very important that people should know. Self-awareness. And I have plenty of it. I am Mr. Obvious, and I am the first one who admits it. Captain Obvious. There you go. Oh yeah, this one doesn't have the Mode 7 throws. Unfortunately. I actually like Donatello a little bit more. It actually feels like the range is better. Ooh. So, Friday the Witch, any plans on streaming tonight? Or soon enough? At least I killed one of them with that. fogged by stalactites. Can you believe that in 12 years of me studying and learning English, only this year I got to know this word, or what a stalactite is? I always call them spikes, but no, there's a technical name for it. Spamming special attack because those are unblockables. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, since I play a lot of games that have caves like this one, and my commentary usually is pretty much based on whatever I see on camera at that moment, I usually refer to those things. So when I don't know what it is or how it is actually called, I feel empty in the inside. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating the facts, but I really wish I knew. Where do you come from? Well, I called them spikes for a long time. Well, the same thing with the ice spikes, which I believe technically are called icicles, but yeah, I mean, I still see a lot of people calling it spikes. Icy spikes, frozen spikes, whatever. But yeah, you increase your vocabulary a lot by playing video games. No joke. Yeah, I used to do that a lot in my earlier streams 10 years ago. I used to ask all the time, hey, what is this called in English? That way I learned a lot back then. But yeah, even 12 years later I still learn a lot. Probably not a lot, but I still learn new things. Also, exclusive level to the Genesis version. Even though the cave actually does qualify as an exclusive level of sorts. So yeah, the third button, the C button on this game, actually allows you to run. It would be easier just by tapping forward twice, allowing you to run. Actually, there is a little bit of voice acting there with the shell shock. Okay, now I'm getting used to dash attacks. It took me only 4 stages to do it consistently. Yeah, I am. The more I play as Donatello, the more I realize that actually this guy got better range overall, and his attacks are not bad at all. They're powerful enough. Gotta be honest, the more I use the dash attack, the more I like it. The gameplay in general is getting much faster because apparently with the dash attack I do more damage and kill enemies faster that way. Again, it took me 4 levels to figure that out. You know what I do? It's not rocket science. I still feel like I'm not great at beat 'em ups. Like my genre of choice usually is platforming, but what I do usually is go back and forth. Because I don't know, probably it is unconscious, but you know that you gotta kill one enemy on each side, or wait for a crowd to gather and kill them all together. But you have to know that once you kill a guy from one side and there is another one on the other side of the screen, go immediately for him. Don't focus only on one side. Go back and forth. Especially if you have a dash attack. Which again, it's been making things significantly easier for me. See? Back and forth, back and forth. Still got me? Huh. I thought it wouldn't. Right into the laser. Good job. See, that usually works. Wow. All right, boss time. Tatsu. Oh yeah, this guy wasn't really that complicated, but what made this battle especially difficult was the minions. Oops. Are you spawning more dudes? Yes, you are. Ooh! Or actually, that was a good idea. Dash towards the other side while he's on the air. Like so, but still getting hit. The Gauntlets. Title is very self-explanatory, right? Also, shout out to me walking on the water again. Like the Jesus. With recolor pizza monsters. Because they can. Alright, sorry I've been muting the mic. So I assume that after this we go to Technodrome. Alright, these refights have been surprisingly easy. Actually, it shouldn't be surprising, there are refights. Usually bosses have less health, probably they're less aggressive. I don't know if it is a rule, but it can happen. It can happen. You already? So no Baxter in this game? No Slash? No Mud Boss from the arcade version? No Bebop? Yeah, I was thinking of those. I didn't remember their names. I'm not much of a fan of the series or the comics. Just like the Ninja Turtles as a cultural element of the 90s. And the video games, of course, but I wasn't a big fan of the show. So that's why I'm not super familiar with all of the names. Nor Ratkin either. Yeah, we got Tatsu. He is from the show, right? Oh, this guy. He does appear in the arcade game, though. In the sewer area, I remember. Ah, first movie, okay. Oh, is it? Okay. Thanks for clarifying. I declare myself incompetent and a complete ignorance again when it comes to TMNT. My older brother was more of a fan to the Ninja Turtles. He wore like sweaters of the Ninja Turtles back in early 90s. Pretty simple, boss. Jump kick to victory. I did watch it, but again, kind of forced by my brother, just to keep him company, but wasn't quite interested, in all honesty. I even owned an action figure of Leonardo back in the day. It's like you bought Pepsi and you go like exchange a bottle and some money in exchange for an action figure if you go to a store. That was like the deal back in the day. The final shell shock. I actually like this version to the music, to the song, including the Genesis voice samples, but still love it. Actually, using a third button for dashing is not that bad of an idea. It doesn't take much getting used to it, but I don't know. I'm just used to pressing forward twice, like you do in Streets of Rage and some other beat 'em ups out there. So what Super Shredder are we gonna get in this game? The one from the Super Nintendo game or the one from the arcade? Those were different, by the way. At least had different attacks. Oh yeah, the Kirby games as well. Yeah, you're right. Hey! Actually, they didn't get frozen. I spoke too soon. Blame it on the camera. Yeah, can't even see it. Normally when I play those, through that area, you get frozen by every single device. So in a way we broke the rule, still getting frozen, but differently. Blue balls. Shout out to every viewer of mine who suffers from that, including myself. Sad face, sad life. So the randomizer is basically what? Getting bosses at random or enemies? Because the levels are supposed to be the same, right? Because for example, I know in Mario 3 or Mario World randomizers, basically they changed the order of the levels, but they are exactly the same. Oh, you're also randomizing the health out of the bosses? Okay, that's challenging to say the least. All that off-screen killing. Gotta love it. Okay, I think I got that way too soon. Maybe not, that worked. Okay, that was a good dodge. Crank already? Wow, that's quick. I guess you can edit that out, right? You choose what to randomize. So they're using the first crank battle from Turtles in Time. The one from Neon Knight Riders. I see, yeah. I remember the first randomizer I ever screwed around with was the Pokemon one. Forever ago. I think I still have those live streams archived somewhere. And I randomized pretty much all the wild Pokemon and the Pokemon that the trainers had. I didn't want to like fuck around with the levels because that would be kind of out of control on both sides. He was throwing bombs! Ripping off Bomberman! The first and only video game ever that is allowed to use bombs! If you say so. So it is Super Shredder. I guess it's pizza time. Also, shoutouts to Lift! The prime video game cliche in beat 'em ups that can never be absent. Elevators. Oh, but this one is going downwards. Originality.com. Shout out to that website that probably exists. And I'm giving it free shoutouts without getting paid in exchange. FML. If it wasn't for the dash attack, trust me. These little robots would have their way with me. Oh, I'm gonna watch your stream on the randomizer for sure. They archive everything. I am subscribed to their YouTube channel. I also watch a lot of archives on Twitch. So even if I missed it last night, I'm gonna watch it. Damn it. Surprise, surprise! You speedrun that game, right? I'm gonna tell you right now, and this is nothing personal, I'm not really into speedrunning in general. Speedrunning could be fun to watch, but I wouldn't do it myself. Oh, you don't? Okay. Okay, it uses the patterns from the Super Nintendo game. Easy. Avoid the fire. Avoid the green. And when he does the ice attack or whatever, then attack him. Okay, I guess we are on a similar boat. I mean, I used to be into the GDQ events like 4 years ago or so, but not anymore. Probably the game selection is not that great anymore. They used to focus a lot on retro gaming, not that much anymore. Or at least not as much as I would like. Oops. Bad placement. Well, Sky, you have heard me do my rants on speedrunning and the speedrunner community plenty of times. I've been getting plenty of hate out of that, but I mean, after 10 years of career, why would I care, right? I mean, because of a comment like that, I was once called Scum of the Earth, which is probably my favorite nickname by now. So I am Chilean Retro Gamer, also known as the Scum of the Earth. I'm getting greedy. I shouldn't. I guess one more combo will do. Oh shit, I'm a baby! There you go, that's GG, guys. You know, this game, even if I use the cheat, it seems pretty doable overall. Remember, I use infinite lives. But you know, without those infinite lives, again, probably would have taken me a couple of continues. But you know, it doesn't seem that difficult. Well, I beat the Super Nintendo game forever ago. Yeah, of course, 1cc. Totally legit. Does it make any difference on the ending if I beat it on 1 credit? But yeah, I remember beating the Super Nintendo game once. Like, legit. And then I could never do it again. I tried like 2 or 3 more times, and I game over. So I don't know if I got a lucky run or something. What's the next game on our show? If it is a short one, I will do it right now. If not, I will call it a stream for today. I mean, I already completed the 2-hour quota. Okay, I am gonna do the next game, which is Altered Beast on the arcade, because that can be beaten in 15 minutes. Alright, Fred Witch, good luck on that. Thanks for stopping by. No problem, anytime. So yeah, we're gonna do one more game. A quick Altered Beast run. Do I have to put a name? Yes. Hopefully I'm not gonna get censored. This isn't Capcom after all. Yeah! Alright, let's look for... You know what?